Good morning. It is Wednesday, and this is Donna. I hope you have noticed by now that on Wednesdays I do a Facebook Live. And so I'd like you to share it and to become accustomed to coming over here on Vibrant Living's page and getting some encouragement for the middle of the week. So, today, what I want to talk about is when I was growing up, I grew up in a blended family. So, in the beginning, I was the oldest. And then when the family blended, I became in the middle of the mix of the children. There was six of us. And when I think about my childhood, almost always it wasn't okay not to be okay. So I got called, I was too sensitive, and I had four brothers who they would pick on me, and therefore they would call me crybaby, and just considered it wasn't okay not to be okay. I had to be good, I had to behave, I had to be quiet, and I had to just do what I was told, and how I felt didn't seem to matter. Did that ever happen to you? And actually, one of the sayings my mom would say is, what do feelings have to do with it? You just do what you got to do. And there's an old saying that says, just suck it up, Buttercup. Doesn't matter how we feel. We just bury it and then we keep doing it when we get to be adults. As women, we just have to suck it up and get the stuff done. And so we stuff it and we bury it. Can you relate? And one of the not so pleasant things is when something is buried alive, it has a way of showing up again. That's when all of a sudden, when things have been bothering us and bothering us, and then we have meltdowns, or we cry, or we get angry, or we feel like we want to run away. So I want to encourage you today to not suck it up. Because when we bury things like that, it can cause problems in our relationships. It can cause problems with money. It can cause health issues. The emotions weren't meant to be buried. And learning how to process them. Your past doesn't need to come back to haunt you. And big things and small things do matter. One of my clients came to me, and one of the things that she kind of wished for but she thought would never happen is that she had had a major loss in her life, and whenever she thought about that loss, she always cried. So she didn't think about it, right? You don't talk about it, you don't think about it, I'm fine. But it was still there, hovering and simmering like a pot on the back of the stove. Even though she was accomplished and a business owner and was doing great, this thing was simmering on the back of the stove because she didn't know how to process it. And as she began to work together with me and work through some of the other things that she wanted to talk about, it came to a point in our relationship where she said, I'm ready. Let's deal with this. And so in 45 minutes of a conversation with me, she was able to let go of that thing of the past and able to talk about it without tears and actually remember some things with joy. You don't have to pretend to be okay. You can be amazing. I want to encourage you. I would love to hear, did you ever feel like you had to stuff it and that you had to pretend you were okay? Comment below this video and share your thoughts with me. I would love to have a dialogue with you about this and see what happened to you and what stories you have to share. This is a safe place because I want you to live vibrantly, to laugh and love and be all that you were created to be, and not just be okay and exist. If you would like to have your strategy session with me and begin to actually process this in a safe, simple, easy way, I'm here for you. And so let's have a dialogue and talk. And I will see you the same time, same place next Wednesday. It may be a little earlier, next Wednesday. And so, as always, this is Donna saying live and love vibrantly.